Hello everyone, this is Mr. I Review Apps back with my first top 3 apps video. Today's genre, MMORPGs that are available in the App Store. Now for those who don't know, an MMORPG stands for Massively Multiplayer Online Role-Playing Game. Say that 3 times fast, I'll give you a cookie. And these 3 games that I'm going to rank and review for you today are all very, very similar to one another. They all share similar characteristics and gameplay formulas, but there are enough differences between the 3 of them that I think it's worthwhile going in and showing you each one on its own. And you can judge it by its own merits. Now, as I'm reviewing, this is a top 3 video, and the top 3 are actually ranked in the order that I think they deserve it. So number 3 being the third best, number 1 being the absolute best app in whatever genre I'm reviewing at that time. So let's get into the MMORPGs that are available in the App Store. Okay, my number 3 MMORPG from the App Store is called Kingdoms at War. And in this game, you are basically the lord of your own little kingdom. And you start out with one piece of land, one square of land, and you have to start expanding. And the way you do that is by spending money. Now there are 2 ways to get money in this game. You can either do quests, which are just little missions where literally all it is you push a do quest button and it tells you if you won or lost. Here I won. I earned 505,000 gold from that, and I lost 918 soldiers. So you keep doing quests and you can get money that way. The other way to do it is you can attack people. You can do battles. So I can go here, I'll just find someone who recently attacked me, and you can attack and you can spy. Okay, and you have troops up here and spies here. The more buildings you build and upgrade, the more troops and spies you will have. And that's what determines whether you win or lose, your attack strength versus your enemy's defense strength. Here I just attacked someone and I won, and I earned 360,000 gold from them. Like any good free game on the App Store, you can buy currency inside the game. In this case, they're called nobility points. You can buy nobility points. You can see here they have packages for anywhere from $5 all the way up to an insane amount of 50 for little virtual points. They must think they're Microsoft. So you can use that to upgrade your building. The other thing you can do with money in this game is you can hire allies. The more allies you have, the higher attack and defense strength you're going to be at, and the easier the game's going to be for you. So allies are always a big thing, and that's a common thread along all of these games. So that's number 3. Again, it's called Kingdoms at War. My number 2 MMORPG from the App Store is another freebie. This one's called Superheroes Alliance, and this one's a little bit different from Kingdoms at War. Instead of only being able to get money from doing quests and from attacking people, in this one you can actually build things that will give you money. But same sort of deal. You have energy in this case instead of soldiers. The more energy you have, the more missions you can do. As you complete missions, you earn money, and you can use that money to do a bunch of things. You can hire sidekicks, anything that ranges from a lowly butler, so you can be Batman and have your Alfred, all the way up to ninjas, various women clad in spandex, so on and so forth. You can also buy items that will help you. So you can buy vehicles, helicopters, motorcycles, cars, and other sorts of things like that. And all of them add to your attack and defense stats. And they all cost money. And in this case, the more things you buy, the more items you buy, the more it costs to upkeep them. So you actually have to spend some of your income to upkeep these things. For example, if you buy a hacker here, his upkeep is $500 per hacker. So you have to be careful. You don't want to hire more things than you can afford to keep. Right now my hourly cash flow is just under 3 million because I earn 3.8 million, but I have 871,000 in items that are costing me money to use each time. So another way to earn money that Kingdom at War did not have was you can actually build up an empire. And this is basically you're buying territory, and on each territory you can build a building, whether it be a research factory or a headquarters for your superhero. The more things you build and the higher level things that you build, the more money you're going to make. And of course, making money here is the way to succeed. So you start out with Downtown Square, and as you advance through the ranks of superheroes, you can buy large planets, so on and so forth. And you keep building things, building more money, which allows you to build more things, build or buy items, super sidekicks, things like that, which help you, give you a leg up in battle. Like Kingdoms at War, there are no sound effects or multimedia other than the images that you see here. They also have a companion game called Villain, so if you'd rather be on the evil side of things, go ahead and check that out. And my #1 MMORPG on the App Store is called World War. This one has sound effects, as you'll hear in a moment, as well as it just feels a bit more polished than the other two. There's its theme music. Same sort of deal here as compared to superheroes. The whole goal is that you build up energy. You can pick which country you want to represent. The US, China, and England are the three I remember off the top of my head. The more missions you do, the more money you make, and the more XP you gain, and then you level up. So it's all about using your units, completing these missions, and gathering as much currency as you can. And you can also attack other people, of course, battle other countries. And what I like about this is that it gives you a sound effect to let you know whether you've won or lost. So that was a win sound effect, and that, I'm afraid, is a defeat sound, that little horn. So the more people you attack, the more money you build up, the more energy and XP you will gain, and then you can use it to purchase more and more units. Instead of in buildings like in superheroes, you can build military buildings in this game, things that will give you money, but also things that will enhance your defense and attack ratings. So the more buildings you build, the better off you are going to be. When you hit each level, you get certain points that you can use and put towards different statistics, and you also want to get as many allies as possible, because the more allies you have, the more units you're going to be able to deploy, and the stronger your attacks and defense forces are going to be. So that is my #1 game here on the MMORPG genre, and again, this is called World War. If you have an MMORPG that you think deserves to be in the top 3, go ahead and make a video response or post it in the comment section. I'd love to check it out and give it a review. Thanks for watching, everybody.